Morning everybody, welcome to Thursday's session. Just in case anybody was wondering, I'm still running a session tomorrow on Bank Holiday Friday, so there'll still be a class, and hopefully Andrew might join us as well to bulk out the session a little bit and see some variations of things, but I'll see if I can persuade him first. I hope you're all having a lovely week so far. Let's get started. So we're going to start just stretching out through the neck. So we're going to tip our head over to the side, taking hold over the top of the ear with the opposite arm, and then reaching the other arm away. It's just stretching down the neck into the shoulder. And swapping sides, tipping over, take the arm across, reach the opposite arm away. One more time on each side, tipping the head over, taking the hand over the ear, reaching the arm away. One last time, tipping over, taking the hand over the ear, reaching that arm along and away. Good, from here we can do our breathing, so we're going to lay on our back. Taking the knees bent, feet on the floor. And you've got that curved position underneath your lower back. Just rest those arms down beside you. And we're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as we're taking nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about the position of your hips. So keeping them nice and level. Imagine you have a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. We're keeping the upper body relaxed. Shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. The weight stays evenly placed to your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. And we're just gently tightening in the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, so you're flattening your lower back into the mat. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release back out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Holding. Releasing out to neutral. So as we're tucking under, we want to try and get that nice strong flat back position. So using your pelvis and your tummy muscles to move here. Try and avoid squeezing your bottom. On this next one, we're going to hold our flat back position. So we're tucking under, holding our flat back position. From here, we're going to start to tighten in the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, excuse me, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So you're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening on the pelvic floor, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the mat. Let's half this contraction. So 50% tightening on the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So we're keeping our relaxed position through our upper body. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. You can turn those palms up to the ceiling if you need to. Excuse me. We're pulling the tummy all the way down towards your spine. Keeping the weight even through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. We're halving one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. This should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. From there, you're bringing both legs up into tabletop. That flat back should feel nice and strong. You're going to glue your legs together. You're tipping both legs over to one side, releasing one hip from the floor. Inhale to the center. Swapping sides, tipping over, releasing that hip. Back to the center. Tipping over. To the center. So although that hip is releasing from the floor, you're keeping both shoulders in contact with your mat. Using the tummy muscles to take you over to the side. Bring you to the centre where you should find that flat back. And again onto the other side. So make sure you're using your pelvic floor. Keep those shoulders relaxed. You've got two more on each side. Tipping over. And centre. Tipping over. And centre. One more on each side. Tipping over. And centre. Tipping over. And centre. Relaxing there. Hug both knees in towards your chest. And then we'll go on to our hands and knees to stretch out through our back. So we're going to take our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, and you should have your tummy already nice and tightened here. Same stretch that we're always doing to really release through the spine. As you breathe out, you're going to tuck the pelvis under, so you start to curve the back. Arching your spine. Drop the head. Holding here, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let the pelvis go back to your start position. Working through the spine, piece by piece. Lifting the head. Tucking under to curve. Arching the spine. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out. Through the spine. And the head lifts. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Working into each section of the spine, piece by piece. So if you do have any areas of your back that feel stiff or sore, just take your time to move through them. Just slowing them down. So as we're curving the back, we're thinking of pulling the tummy all the way in. And as you release to your start position, get those shoulders away from the ears. We've got two more here, tucking under to curve. Arching the back, dropping the head. We hold, releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head, last one here. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head, we hold. Releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head. We're then going to push ourselves back into a shell stretch. Bottom to the feet. Reaching those arms out in front. Then we're going on to our sides. So as you lay onto your side, bring your legs together again. We do this one every day, but it's really good to open up through the chest. The legs are glued together as you lay on your side. Head rests down, take those arms out nice and long, palm to palm. You can use a cushion here if you need to. We're lifting the top arm up, so your fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twisting towards the opposite wall. Holding here to stretch. Before lifting back up and over. To come down palm to palm. Top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you as we twist away. Holding here to stretch. Before lifting back up and over. coming down palm to palm. So you want your arm to be nice and long. You're reaching from your fingertips all the way into your armpit. Keeping the legs glued together and grounded. So that you know the twist comes through the upper body. Nice deep breaths. Looking at that hand for as long as you can. So you know you've got a good range of movement through the neck. We've got 2 more here. This is your last one, the top arm lifts, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, we're twisting away, holding here, lifting back up and over, controlling down. From here we're swapping sides, so you can either roll over to face the other way or change the end of your mat that you're laying at. Again, knees come together. Laying on your side, arms are nice and long. Palms are together. So again, we're going to lift the top arm up, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here to stretch. Then lifting back up and over. Coming down palm to palm. Top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here to take our stretch. Before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. So remember, you want the arm to be nice and long. You're stretching from the fingertips to the armpit. Taking those nice deep breaths. Making sure you've glued your legs together so we get this opening through the chest. We're looking at that hand for as long as we can. Making sure we've got a good range of movement on both sides of the neck. We've got 2 more here, we're lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, we're twisting away, holding there. Coming back up and over. Down palm to palm. This is your last one. We're lifting up. Fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twisting away. We hold. Before lifting back up and over. Coming down palm to palm. From here you're going to roll onto your back to take a full body twist. No, a full body stretch, sorry. I told you yesterday I keep getting things confused. From there, you'll stay on your back. Take those knees bent, feet on the floor. Arms are resting down beside you. We want to be in a neutral position, so you've got the curve underneath your lower back. Have those arms rest down beside you. We're taking a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale to lift the shoulders from the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So it's your tummy muscles that are lifting you. You're pulling your belly button all the way down. This chin to chest position is there to keep that neck nice and relaxed. So taking that big nod of your head, then tightening in the tummy. The arms are nice and long, so you're keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath. Using the pelvic floor. Let's take 2 more here before we change the arms. Chin to chest. Lifting up. We hold. Control back down. Last one here, chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So changing the arms, the rest of the movement stays the same. You're still going to take that chin to chest position. We're lifting up. You're taking opposite arm over towards the knee. Back to the centre. And down to the floor. Chin to chest. Lifting up. We're reaching over to the centre. And back down. If you need to support the head, the hands can come behind your head. Again, nod the head, chin to chest, lifting up. Just take the arm away as you reach over. Come back to the centre and down onto the floor. Chin to chest. Lifting up. Reaching over. Centre and down. So make sure you get that centre position before you lower down to your mat. Again, nice deep breaths. The arm should be reaching nice and long as it goes towards that knee. Use your pelvic floor. Put 2 more on each side. Chin to chest. Lifting up, reach over. Centre. And down. Last one. Chin to chest. Lifting up, reach over, centre and down. From here we're hugging those knees into the chest. And then we're going onto our knees. If you suffer from really sore knees and you would prefer, you can lay on your front and do the usual lift up with your hands mat width apart. So it's completely up to you which one you would prefer. I'm sorry, my hay fever is really bad at the moment, so you have to excuse the sniffles. So knees are underneath the hips, those arms are just resting down beside you. Take a slight nod of your head so that you're not flinging it back. This lean back is really small. So the arms resting down beside you, tummy stays really tight and throughout. Take a deep breath in and lean very slightly back. Squeeze your bottom, exhale. To lift up. So we're not leaning as far back as we possibly can. We're taking a tiny lean. Squeeze and lift. Small lean back. Squeeze and lift. So make sure your shoulders are relaxed. They shouldn't be lifted to your ears. Tummy stays tightened throughout. It's just the bottom that will squeeze on the way up. That's just going to help to support that lower back. Nice deep breaths. Let's take 2 more here, leaning back. Squeeze and lift. Leaning back. Squeeze and lift. from there, bring yourself back into a shell stretch, so bottom to the feet, reaching the arms forwards. And then we're going to be on our backs for the 100. Grab a drink if you need one. So as you come to lay on our backs, we're going to be in a flattened position. So nice and tucked under, losing that gap. You're going to bring both of your legs lifted into a tabletop position. And from here, if your neck is sore, leave your head rested down. If you're able to lift up, just chin to chest, lifting those shoulders from the floor. Your arms are going to be nice and long, but your palms are going to face the ceiling. So you're pushing up, as if you're pushing up against a resistance like water or something like that. We're going to take it with our same amount, so 100 repetitions, same breathing, 5 as you breathe in and 5 as you breathe out, which I will count for you. So it will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. From there, the hands come behind the head, and we're taking 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards the legs. From there, just drop that head down, and you're going to do 2 sets of 8 of toe tap. So both legs are lifted, and you're tapping one leg down, lifting up and swapping sides. After that, we're going to hug the knees into the chest and then go into a full body stretch. So find yourself a nice strong flat back position, really tucking under. Make sure that back is strong and pushed into your mat. Lifting your legs up into a tabletop position. If you're lifting your upper body, not the head, lift the shoulders, arms are long, palms are facing the ceiling. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying there. Take your hands behind your head. Your legs are still in tabletop. Sit-ups for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Tummy's in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your head down. Arms lay down beside you. You're going into toe taps for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Hug those knees in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, bring yourself into a full body stretch. From here, we're coming up to sitting. Good. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So this time in our seated position, we're going to take one leg forwards and one leg bent. So again, we're going to do our walking forwards, breathing with our hands, and we're going to do it with one leg out, nice and long. If this position forwards is quite uncomfortable for you, you can take the leg that's long a little bit wider. That doesn't matter too much. We'll start to try and increase that flexibility. Mine will need to be a little bit wider anyway to accommodate my belly. So one leg is tucked in, one leg is long either in front or out nice and wide, completely up to you. So from here, your hands are just starting on the floor. I'm going to walk them forwards. Just to wherever you can go. You'll start to feel this in the leg. So don't think because you can usually stretch further forwards that you should still be able to get there. If you're feeling it in the leg and you need to stay small, that's fine. From here, we're dropping the head. Taking our nice deep breaths in and out. Filling those lungs. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. On the exhale, you're walking the hands further forward. Keep the head dropped. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Last one, breathing in. Exhale, walk those hands forwards. This time we're just holding here. You should feel a nice stretch under this leg that's long. You're reaching those arms forwards. Here we're just holding to breathe. From here, just slowly walking those hands back in. Sitting up nice and tall. From there, we're swapping legs. So you're bringing one leg in, the other leg reaching out. Can be in front of you if that's more comfortable for you. Just work to wherever your body will allow you to move. You are going to have one side tighter than the other. So if you're feeling it more in the leg, then keep your reaches smaller. Exactly the same thing. We start to walk forwards. We're dropping that head. Taking nice deep breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. On the exhale, walk further forwards. And again, nice deep breaths in and out. In and out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, walk forwards. Just holding here. Stretch. You should really feel this under your leg now. I know I certainly can. Keeping those deep breaths. Just slowly walking back in. Bring that leg in so that your legs are crossed. We're going to do our little twist to our spine. We haven't done this one for a few days. So you can sit however's comfortable for you, cross-legged, slightly wider. It hasn't got to be tangled up like I am. It's just how I find the most comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall, get those shoulders down. So we're going to go back to the one where we're going to push our arm backwards as we're moving. So it helps to give you a little bit more movement through your back, especially if you've stiffened up from sitting down quite a lot or sitting at a desk quite a lot. So we start with the hands one on top of the other just in front of your chest. So what we're going to be doing is, as you twist, the arm is going to lengthen away from you, and it will help you give you a little bit more twist as you're moving. So you've got two on each side. So we're going to be going twist, twist and centre. Twist, twist and centre. Think of that second twist more like a pulse. So you've got and centre. And centre. You're taking the head with the hand, which means we're making sure that it's the whole of the upper body moving. We don't want to leave the head behind. Twist, twist and centre. Twist, twist and centre. If your arms are a little bit achy from yesterday, you'll probably feel this a little bit more through your shoulder blades as you fling that arm away. So don't worry too much if that's feeling a bit sore. So you're thinking twist further in, twist further in, nice and stabilised through the hips because you're sitting on top of them. In. 2 more each side. Twist, twist and in. Twist, twist and in. Last one each side. Twist, twist and in. Twist, twist and in. Relax there. Good. From here, just take the soles of the feet together. So knees are nice and wide. Hips are open and we're just dropping ourselves down towards those legs. If you want to increase that stretch, remember you're just pushing your elbows into your legs, holding onto your feet so you can pull yourself down. Good. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. And then we're going to be going onto our back, finding a flattened position. So, same flat back exercises that we've done for the last few days. Find that nice tucked under position. Make sure there's no curves underneath the lower spine. From here, we're going to lift both legs up and they're long. It doesn't matter if you take a slight bend at the knee. So if you're not able to completely fully lengthen, that's fine. Just add a little bend. Try and make sure it's longer than your tabletop, but as long as you can sustain it throughout the exercise, I don't really mind too much. Here your arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. So as you breathe out, you're going to look at your knees and downwards as you lift your shoulders, reaching those arms up towards the feet. Inhale to come back down. Nice deep breaths. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. So even if your leg is slightly bent, your arms should be long and reaching. Reaching up as high as they can, looking knee downwards. So it doesn't matter if you're not following my breath pattern. I just need you to make sure that you're not holding your breath at any point. If you want to support the head, that's fine. One hand behind as one arm reaches up. Just remember you're reaching through the centre. Let's take 2 more here, reaching up. And centre. Reaching up. Relaxing down there, hugging the knees in towards your chest. Good, we're staying in our flat back position. So again, you're nice and tucked under, losing that gap. Both legs lift up nice and long. Remember, you can add that bend in or more bend if you need to. Your leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight if that's uncomfortable. Arms are again reaching up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're looking to your knee downwards, but this time you're going to reach over to the outside of one leg and try and stay quite close to the leg here. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to reach over the other side. And down. Reaching up and over. And down. So again, you can support the head here. One arm will then just reach to the outside of one leg. Come back to the centre and down. So making sure that you still look from the knees downwards and keep that chin to chest position. Even if you're supporting the head, you should still be looking below the knees. Making sure neck stays nice and relaxed. Flat back should be strong. Use your tummy, Use your pelvic floor. Nice deep breaths. 2 more on each side. Twisting over and down. Reaching over and down. Last one on each side, reaching over and down. Reaching over and down. Hug that knee in towards your chest. Good, we're staying on our back, but you can be in neutral here if you want to. If you prefer flat back, then that's fine for you to use it, but you don't need to. So a couple of days ago we did some big leg circles, and we're going to do the same movement. If you haven't done that, if you didn't do that session, it doesn't matter, I'm going to talk you through. So this time we're going to lift one leg up towards the ceiling. And again, it's as long as you can maintain it. It doesn't matter if there's that bend through the knee that we've spoken about already. So it's just nice and long. Your head stays down, and your hands are going to go onto your hips. Your hands are on your hips to make sure that your hips stay still. So they shouldn't move very much at all, like a tiny, tiny, minuscule amount. So what we're going to start to do, in any direction, because we're going to do both, is just little circles with the legs. So think about drawing a circle on the ceiling with your toe. And if you just have a quick look at what I'm doing really, really slow circles, and they're also quite small. So we're keeping them really slow so that we can maintain as much control as physically possible through your hip socket. You can start to make them bigger if you're feeling comfortable here and it's quite easy for you to stabilise. But as they get bigger, that will get harder. And what I don't want, if you look for a second, is this, where your leg is all over the place, your hips are rocking from side to side, because that completely defeats the object of it. I'd rather that they stayed small and were done well than were bigger but looked awful. So just nice and controlled. You want to keep your tummy nice and tight, and it just helps to support everything in your body. So think about really tightening in the core and the pelvic floor. Of course, we need nice deep breaths. And from here you can see what your leg is doing. So when we do leg circles behind, you don't know what that circular movement feels like because you can't see it. And we're going to reverse the direction. So just going the other way, same leg. And you might find that your leg moving in a different direction is harder to control or easier, or that you have less range of movement there. Especially as you come up to the side, it's that wide angle, that's quite difficult to control as it gets bigger. Nice deep breaths. Using the core, using your pelvic floor. And if you do suffer from sore hips or hip problems, you might feel this aching a little bit through your hip or through your quads, your thighs, as you're trying to control that. I'm just going to take 2 more circles here. Nice and controlled. As you finish that last circle, just hug that knee in. Place the foot on the floor and we'll swap sides. So again, just in neutral or flat back, whichever you prefer, doesn't matter because you've got one foot down. The leg is nice and long, the longest you can maintain. Don't worry if there's a bend in your knee. Hands are on your hips. And we start to do those circles. Start off nice and small. As soon as you change sides, you might notice that you've got a little bit of imbalance there. I know that I've definitely got a weaker side of my hips, and that's become more apparent since I've become pregnant, hence why I've had that really bad pain through my hip. So things that are going to strengthen both sides of your body are really good to work individually. Then you find your weaknesses, you can work on them, or you know reasons why you're feeling uncomfortable for certain things. So you can start to make those bigger if you feel more comfortable, more confident. Remember to use your tummy and your pelvic floor. Using your breath. So doing this kind of movement in a ball and socket joint, so your hip or your shoulder, doing a circular movement means that you're actually promoting all ranges of movement at that joint. We're going to reverse this side. So it's a really good one to do if you do suffer from a restriction in one of those joints. Just try and get a lot more mobile and moving more efficiently. Take this opportunity to take really good, nice, deep breaths. We've got 2 more circles here. As you finish that last one, just hug that knee in. And then when you're ready, bring yourself into a full body stretch. You can give those legs a nice shake out. Good. From here, we're going to come up to a seated position. Get yourself a drink if you need one. We're going to work on our arms again. So we did these ones yesterday. If you want to make it harder and grab a baked bean tin or some weights, then quickly grab something now. So for this one, you can stay seated with your legs crossed or out wide. You can stand or you can be knelt. I'm going to kneel to stay in shot, but if your knees are bad, you haven't got to stay in that position if you don't want to. So we're going to do exactly the same as what we did yesterday. So yesterday, those of you who weren't joining in, we did our usual routine that we've done a few times before. We circle forwards, circle back, push up, push down, push forwards, push back, relax, go again. And then we did some nice fluid movements over a count of 8, lifting up, lifting down, lifting up, lifting down, rest, and again, up, down, and we finished there. So if your arms are sore and you don't want to use your weights or your baked bean tins, then that's fine. If you want to challenge yourself a bit more, then grab them. It's really good to activate the upper body. Lots of us are weak in the upper body because we work our legs a lot more. Yeah, let's go for it. So seated, standing, kneeling, whichever you prefer. I'll count you through, we'll do 8 of each. Okay, here we go. Nice long arms, don't let your arms droop at all. So we circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, tummies in, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, palms face up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, palms face down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax those arms down. Here we go again, lifting up, circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms face up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms relax down. Okay, so we're going to be lifting up and down over your 8. I'll count for you. Here we go. Lifting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a tiny rest, couple of breaths. We'll do that one more time. Here we go. Lifting up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Give those arms a nice shake out. Good. From here, we're going to be on our hands and knees. So we're going to go into a downward dog stretch. So we're not going to do any lifts. We're just going to go straight into a downward dog stretch. We've done this one loads of times before on different sessions and in classes. Really good for the back of the legs. So if you're on a mat that you know is slippy under your toes, step onto a carpeted area. You can do this on your forearms if you suffer from sore wrists. But take your arms or your forearms slightly in front of you on a diagonal. Knees slightly behind you on a diagonal. Toes are tucked under. Your legs are nice and close together. Don't have them really far apart. That is cheating. Nice and close together. From here, you'll drive your bottom up. Nice and high into the air. If you want to, from there, you can creep those toes in a little further and think about pushing your heels down to the mat. It doesn't matter if they're lifted. It doesn't matter if your knees are bent. We're just going to hold here and stretch out. So just nice and high with the bottom. Imagine pressing your feet down as far as you can. And if you're feeling comfortable in that position, take a little walk through the heels to really push into the back of each leg. Don't forget you should be breathing. Good, and from there come back down to your knees. Just take a little moment if you need to. So if you are on your forearms, you will be a little bit lower to the ground here. That doesn't matter, you can still get the same stretch out. Again, here we go, pushing that bottom up nice and high, really stretching through those legs. You can of course creep those feet in if you want to. Keep the legs close together. Feeling that stretch down the back of the legs. Really press into your hands to push your body backwards, and that will increase the stretch in your legs as well. If you want to, you can take a walk through those feet. Remember that nice deep breathing. And pop those knees down. If you need to, just take a moment. Good, and again, pushing that bottom up nice and high. If you need to, walk those feet in. And you should start to feel like your heels are getting a little bit closer towards the floor.
Nice deep breaths, pressing into the hands. If you want to, you can go into those walks through the feet. And coming back down. Take a moment here. Got one more. When you're ready, pressing that bottom up nice and high. Walk those feet forwards if you need to. Really stretching out the back of the legs. Pressing your heels close to the ground. Nice deep breaths. And coming back down. From here, take a nice roll through the wrists. That's a really nice stretch to get into the back of the legs. Good, we're going to go into our planks. We're going to do lifting through the arms. So if you joined in yesterday or Tuesday, we started to add little taps through the body. And so we're going to work on that a little bit more. I'll do the first one facing you so you can see what my arms are doing. You can go onto your forearms if you need to. You might just find the arm lifts a little bit harder, but adapt it to what works for you. That doesn't matter. So if you are on long arms, or with forearms, bring them to the front of your mat. If you're going to take one leg out behind, take the weight into the toes. The other leg will come out and join you. And you're finding a nice strong plank position. Squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. We're going to lift one hand off of the floor, put it down. The other hand lifts off of the floor, put it down. One hand touches your shoulder, down. The other hand touches the other shoulder, down. One hand touches your hip, down. Other hip, down. Relax down. So you're going lift, lift. Hand to shoulder, opposition. Hand to shoulder, hand to hip or tummy, whatever you can reach. Hip or tummy, whichever you can reach. Just try it. Take your time. There is no rush. It's not a frantic lift, 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 lift. Take your time. So stepping back, strong plank. Squeeze your bottom, pull your tummy in. Lift, down, hand to shoulder, down, hand to shoulder, down, hand to hip, down, hand to hip, down, relax. So breathe whilst you're doing it. Take your time, there is no rush. You don't want it to be frantic and sped up. You're taking your time, find that balance and strength. When you're ready, you're going again. Get a nice strong plank. Lift, down, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, relax. Yeah, so we need to get the strength through the tummy and the bottom. If you're on your forearms, you might end up just doing alternate lifting because getting to your hip, there won't be a lot of gap between your body and the mat. Let's see how you get on. Nice strong plank, lift, down, touch the shoulder, touch your hip, and relax. We've got two more here. We are going to run over a little bit, but I don't think any of us have got anywhere to go. Coming forward, strong plank, lift, down, touch the shoulder, down, touch the shoulder, down, touch your hip, relax. One more here. Step back, strong plank, squeeze, lift, down, touch the shoulder, down, touch the shoulder, down, touch your hip, down, relaxing there. Well done, really good if you managed to complete all of those, fantastic. From there, just roll through those wrists. Good, relaxing there. Coming either to kneeling or to standing, whichever is more comfortable for you. Just take a nice roll through those shoulders. And forwards. Bring those arms out nice and long. We're lifting up. We're stretching over. Back to the centre. We're going to lift all the way up. Then reach over. Back to the centre. One more time on each side. Lift and over. Back to the centre. Lifting up and over. Back to the centre. Relaxing there. Well done. You worked really hard today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's session. Oh, my hair is very frizzy today. I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you who weren't watching first thing, I am still doing a class tomorrow on Bank Holiday Friday. If you want to join in, and I think Andrew might join us as well if he's feeling up to it. I know that he needs it from all the running he's been doing. Let me know how you found the session. Drop me a comment below, especially with those planks. Let me know if you managed to do all of the touches. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye.